As I watch the tape of Christian Barmore, it is very clear he is the most dominant defensive tackle in the NFL. Let's jump right into the tape. This is literally the first play of the game. Now, what's most impressive about this play to me is that number 70 is going to be able to hook Barmore. But Barmore gets it. He's going to use his strength and push through number 70, throw him off of him, and he helps make the tackle. Now, when you really watch this play in slow motion, watch number 70 as he initially gets the hook on Barmore. Like most people would agree, this right here, generally speaking, is a winning block. You have put your butt here towards the running back. You basically sealed off Barmore. But the second year defensive tackle is so strong, he's going to push number 70 to the side. At the same time, he's going to use this left arm to swipe down number 70's arms. There it is. You guys missed it. Watch it again. He's going to use that left arm. He comes over. He swipes down the hand. So simple, but yet so effective. And he's able to help make the tackle on this play. Barmore is an absolute superstar. Let's get into the next rep and really break down some of what he does. Alrighty guys, jumping forward, you got Christian Barmore, who's going to do a great job taking on the double team between the left tackle and tight end. Barmore has great technique. We're going to watch this from the end zone angle, and I really want to slow this play down. Watch Barmore as he not only fires off low, but he's going to extend those arms and really force that tight end off of him. This is such a great job by Christian Barmore. Now, it is from the backside, so you don't get to see it as much, but he does a great job staying low. At the same time, you see he's going to throw this punch, and he's going to use those hands to really control number 82. Now, I get it. It's a tight end trying to block one of the strongest defensive tackles in the league, but there was still a double team by the left tackle, and he basically is not moved at all, and he just absolutely destroys this play. I'm going to actually back it up into the wide zone angle because I think this angle you can see it a little bit more. Barmore does a fantastic job firing low. At the same time, he gets both hands up, and he's ready to throw that punch and make contact. As soon as the left tackle and tight end make contact, he fights through that block and he's barely moved at all. And he's able to just control the chest of that tight end, throw him to the side and make the play on the running back. That's 2 plays that Christian Barmore has been in the game. That's 2 plays that he's been absolutely dominant. Let's get into the next clip. Alrighty guys, jumping right into the next clip. 3rd and 8, Christian Barmore is going to pass rush. He doesn't do anything because he does get hit by his teammate. The guy to the right of Barmore or to the left of the screen here is going to run right into him. But if you guys slow this play down, if you guys really look at the play, Barmore is going to do what great defensive linemen do. And that is he's going to use his hands to win. He's going to punch this left guard with his right arm. And then he's going to try to rip past him. Here comes the punch right there. If you guys missed it, let me back it up just a little bit. The punch is going to come, and then he's going to bring that left arm of his underneath, and he's going to try to rip. It's a 1-2 move, and I think it would have probably given him some good outside leverage on this left guard. Ultimately, he gets run right into by that defensive end. Some criticism, and again, I don't know the play call, so I'm not really sure what was supposed to happen. Was this some sort of stunt? Was the defensive end supposed to maybe come in on some sort of stunt with Barmore, and maybe Barmore was supposed to come around? Either way, I think there was some miscommunication because the stunt obviously did not happen. But I do like Christian Barmore's striking ability. Again, not a massive rep, but Barmore doesn't play a ton in this game, so I do want to just kind of go through most reps, especially if he's flashing great hands and technique to rush the passer. Let's get into the next clip. Jumping right into this next rep, this is a couple of plays later. The defense is going to get a sack on the quarterback, but it's not Christian Barmore. Now, I will say this with this play. Barmore does show some flashes of those hands once again. And if you guys haven't realized this yet, one of the things that I look for when I watch defensive tackles, defensive linemen in general, is they have to have great hands. You know, there was a rookie that used to play for the Las Vegas Raiders back in 2019, and he flashed these type of hands. And I said, this guy's going to be special. That guy ended up being Max Crosby. Max Crosby uses great hands, and let's break this down a little bit, especially the hand part of it. As you guys see, the linebacker here, or the defensive end, he's going to drop back into coverage, so you got 4 guys coming. But Christian Barmore at this point is going to lock in with this right tackle. Now, the right tackle does a great job getting his hands out there and really punching Barmore. At the same time, that doesn't faze Barmore at all. Watch this hand usage that he's going to display right here. Boom. You know, people might say that's really not a big deal, but as someone who breaks down offensive line and defensive line a ton, this type of stuff is not typical. He's going to get that left hand right on those arms, chop down, And that forces this tackle off balance. Like the fact that this offensive tackle fully extended did a nice job punching, he did not expect Christian Barmore to chop those hands down. At the same time, that chop forces this tackle to lean forward. As you guys can see, he's way off balance at this point, and that's because of those hands, that chop that Barmore has. Now, of course, Barmore's not the guy that gets in there for a sack, but I would argue that if this sack does not happen, Barmore would have at least caused some pressure on this play right here because he was right there in the backfield. Although he doesn't get the sack, that's a really nice rep. One of the things that's become really apparent with Barmore is he commands a lot of double teams. On this play, you're going to have the center and right guard both basically be responsible for Barmore. And that basically causes one-on-ones with the other 3 defensive linemen, and the guy lined up at the left defensive end spot in terms of the screen, way over here, ends up being in a one-on-one situation with first round left tackle Ikem Ekwonu, and he gets the sack. Again, that's the Barmore effect. Now, this is the 3rd drive of the game. Christian Barmore is still taking some reps. You're going to see him lined up right here in a 3 technique over the left guard. Once again, he does a great job extending those arms using his power, and he's going to blow this play up right here. Or at least he's going to 2-gap in one of his 2 gaps that he's responsible for. He ends up making the play, and again, this is a great job right here. This is what Coach Belichick wants from his defensive linemen. The fact not every single defensive tackle can 2-gap, but Barmore with his strength and size can be responsible for 2 gaps is very impressive. In fact, this is one of the reasons why a guy in Jordan Davis went as a top 15 pick, because he's bigger and stronger than a lot of guys. Now, of course, in my opinion, between Barmore and Davis, there's no comparison. Christian Barmore is so much better today, and maybe Davis develops a little bit, but I truly believe that Christian Barmore is going to become one of the best defensive tackles in the NFL by the time this year ends. Like, based off of what I just saw in this one game, I truly believe he is going to become the 2nd or 3rd best defensive tackle after Aaron Donald. And you can call me biased all you want, but at the end of the day, the tape does not lie. Like, Christian Barmore in one-on-one situations pretty much can beat any offensive lineman. Take this play right here. First of all, this is a quick throw. But the fact that Barmore on a quick throw is going to beat this right guard right here, keep in mind once he beats the guard, he is going to get double teamed, so he doesn't actually impact the play at all. But look how impressive this is. He's going to be in a one-on-one situation with the right guard. He's going to get his right arm right on that left shoulder plate of that right guard. He's going to club him and then swim with that left arm. That right there is a win. Now, of course, I mentioned this earlier, Christian Barmore is going to get double teamed a lot. And of course, that's going to allow everyone else to be in a one-on-one situation. But Christian Barmore is freaking dominant, man. I would not be surprised if this year Barmore ends up with over 10 sacks. And of course, that's going to depend on his usage. I know last year he didn't play a ton. He played like 40 to 50% of snaps. If he plays more snaps, I fully expect him to convert more of his pressures and hits into sacks. Damn, Christian Barmore looks really, really good so far. Let's go ahead and get into the next rep. Alrighty guys, with that being said, Christian Barmore's day is officially over. You know, generally speaking, when I make these videos, I definitely try to bring every rep that I could say is teach tape, positive and negative. And for the most part, Barmore did not have any negative reps. Like, he did have reps in which he didn't do anything, but those aren't necessarily negative reps. Generally speaking, those are plays to the opposite side of him. They're quick throws, plays that he couldn't really have had an impact on, but he actually didn't have any losing reps at all. In my opinion, Christian Barmore is about to take off this year. You should get on the hype train because it's for real. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If this is the first time you're on this channel, please consider subscribing. We break down all 22 tape. Thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time with another video.